वो लिखते हैं like for like, but वो like for like नहीं होता. You know, you cannot replace Amit Mishra with an Imran Tahir because he's an overseas player. Hi, I'm Ashwin and I'm cracking this season's IPL for you guys. Unfortunately, my friend Yusuf is not going to be available for this episode because it's something that we're recording midweek, and there's a reason for that, because there's a mid-season transfer just around the corner. It's about to happen, so we both felt it was important to push out this episode, but unfortunately we both found it difficult to find time to come together for this because it's the middle of the week. However, it's important that we talk about this because it's very exciting. I am very pumped about this mid-season transfer in IPL because it's happening for the very first time. They had a mid-season transfer window last year as well for 5 days, but last year teams were only allowed to transfer uncapped players. But this year teams can transfer capped as well as uncapped players, Indian and overseas. Hence it becomes really interesting on how the teams approach this, how they strategize, and will a lot of teams let go of the players sitting on the bench? That's also very interesting. So we are going to try and crack this, and again, some of the opinions could be very unpopular. You might not like them, but just some of my thoughts. And it's going to be a quick take. It's going to be a brief video. So I'm going to quickly go through some of the players that could make it exciting. But before that, I think it's important to also understand how it's going to work. We still don't know all the technicalities and nitty-gritties of it. However, some things which are applicable that is in the public domain. Less than 2 matches, if the player has played, only then he's eligible for the transfer. And this is a loan, this is not a transfer. You call it transfer, but it's actually just a loan. So the player will still belong to the parent team eventually, like after the season gets over. So it's only for the next, the latter half of the tournament that the player is going to be with the franchise that he's loaned out to. Next season, he's back with the parent team. And one important rule that they have for this is, after the loan is made, the new team cannot play that specific player against the parent team. So if, for example, Ajinkya Rahane goes to Rajasthan Royals cannot play Ajinkya Rahane against Delhi when they have a face-off in the latter half of the tournament. So that's something to take note of. Starting things off with, what I didn't like, what I was reading with most of the popular media outlets, the kind of analysis that they're making for the mid-season transfer is that they're not going for like replacement. वो लिखते हैं like for like, but वो like for like नहीं होता. You cannot replace Amit Mishra with an Imran Tahir because he's an overseas player. And anyway, Delhi is going to find it difficult to put in an overseas spinner in their 11. So how are the media outlets suggesting that Imran Tahir can come in? I don't know. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion, but no, that's not like for like. And this is why one player I feel who could potentially become a hot property in this season's mid-season transfer window is Parthiv Patel. Might sound a little funny, but Parthiv Patel could become a hot property because a lot of people need a good Indian player who can play different roles, can maybe open, can maybe come in the middle order, and Parthiv Patel could potentially fill in those shoes. I'm going to start things off with a team like Rajasthan Royals. So Rajasthan Royal, I spoke in the beginning of the season about a blunder of a move to let go of Rahane. It was unbelievable what they did, because who they got instead, Uthappa, is not really opening for them. And that's why Rajasthan is constantly failing to find the right opening player. Kabhi Steve Smith aa raha hai, kabhi Ben Stokes aa raha hai, Yashasvi is failing. Unfortunately, you have to understand he's very young. Everybody's not Prithvi Shaw that at 19 you just start going big from day one. Everybody doesn't work like that. Yashasvi ka time aayega, maybe eventually. He's too young right now. So, letting go of Rahane and getting in Uthappa, and now Uthappa is playing at like 5 or 6, which is not really his place. They're all over the place. Rajasthan's opening pair is all over the place, and hence I believe that Parthiv Patel could solve that problem for them because he could make a fairly stable opener with Joss Butler. Joss can go big, Parthiv can add some stability for the first 6 to 7 overs, and then Smith and Stokes and all these guys could come in. So I see a lot more settled squad if somebody like Parthiv comes in, Rajasthan ke squad mein. Another person who I rate slightly higher than most people would like to believe is Siddesh Ladd. Siddesh Lad has been on the bench for Mumbai for a very long time. He's a talented opener and he is hungry. A lot of guys who sit on Mumbai's bench are very hungry players. They are waiting to get a chance, but उनको chance कभी आता नहीं है. Same thing happened with Rahane. He was on the bench for Mumbai for a very long time, but he never got a chance, and that's why he took a transfer to Rajasthan, where he became one of the most successful openers in IPL that we all saw unfold eventually. So Siddesh Lad, Parthiv Patel, and a tough one if they can get Rahane back in. मुझे लगता है मुश्किल होने वाला है because Delhi का भी balance बिगड़ा हुआ है with Rishabh Pant not playing in the 11, so उनका balance पूरा बिगड़ गया, and I think Delhi now would not want to ideally let go of Rahane. Otherwise they could have tried getting Rahane back in, but I think now the options that are left with are Parthiv and Siddesh Lad could be a decent option. Even somebody like a Jimmy Neesham. I think it's not a bad idea to for Rajasthan to get him, because in case Stokes is he gets injured or he's unavailable or something like that happens, Jimmy Neesham could maybe be a decent replacement. So not a bad idea for them to get Jimmy Neesham as well for Punjab, because I don't see now Punjab giving too many goes to Jimmy Neesham. Now talking about a team like Punjab, who is struggling really badly in this IPL, and the reason for that is their overseas players are not delivering. और ये उनके साथ बहुत सालों से चल रहा है, उनके overseas players कभी they don't deliver to their promise and their potential. So I think this is their best opportunity, because there are a lot of overseas players available in the pool that they can maybe try out and see if something works out for them. There's somebody like a Mitchell Santner sitting on Chennai's bench, and I think Mitchell Santner is a phenomenal player. Yeah, he's a great finisher. He's a great bowler. Punjab could give him a try. Even Fabian Allen is sitting on SRH's bench, and I don't see him getting a spot in the 11 ever now in this tournament. So Punjab could try getting Fabian Allen or Santner, could work out for them, and even somebody like a Keemo Paul. I don't see Keemo Paul now getting any opportunities. It's going to be difficult. He's sitting on Delhi's bench. So Punjab could try getting Keemo Paul. And I would have earlier suggested Sandeep Lamichan, but I think now Delhi would not let go of Sandeep. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अब they'll not let go of him. And one unpopular maybe opinion, I wouldn't suggest it very highly, but maybe Punjab can try going for even Daniel Sams, because Daniel Sams I don't think will now get an opportunity for Delhi, so they can try him as well. So there are a couple of interesting options that Punjab can try, because their overseas players are not really delivering. For RCB, I think, unpopular because Udana is doing fairly well for them, but I feel if they can try somebody like a Coulter Nile or a Hazelwood, I doubt that Chennai will let go of Hazelwood though. But if any team, even Punjab actually, so one of these teams, RCB or Punjab, if they can try and get hold of somebody like Coulter Nile or Hazelwood, it could work for them. I feel Hazelwood could be a far better bowler than Udana in RCB, and if he comes in with Morris and Navdeep, becomes a solid bowling lineup. But provided that CSK actually lets go of him. Even Gurkeerat, I saw in the game that Gurkeerat is now not getting any games, and RCB is playing Siraj now instead. I don't think they need so many seamers. They already have a Morris, they already have a Saini, they have Udana. So, I think instead of playing Siraj, they could get some other Indian, a bowler, and somebody like Jay Suchit is actually not a bad option. Unpopular opinion hoga, lekin Jay Suchit could add some other dimension to the bowling. Anyway, moving on. Another team facing a lot of trouble, a lot of problems is CSK. And CSK is one of those teams that doesn't like to change their 11, likes to back their players till the end. But I think it's time to let go of Watson. I think अब काफी हो गया है, बहुत back कर लिया. He's given 1 or 2 odd performances, but पता नहीं यार, I feel maybe you can give somebody else a shot, and I think it's time for Lynn to get a game. If Chennai can get hold of Chris Lynn, and if Mumbai is ready to let go of him, it could be phenomenal. I think if Lynn can come in, as the opener. I would have said Tom Banton as well, but I somehow get a feeling that KKR won't let go of Banton, and Banton might just get a few more opportunities in the tournament. So Lin or Banton would have been my option, but Lin has a better chance of coming in. If Chennai can try that duo of Lin and Faf, and ideally to that I would want Faf to come in the middle order, but there's another opportunity here, Parthiv Patel. So if they can get Lin and Parthiv Patel, and then third number you have Faf, it could just be a very interesting top order, and things could start looking very different for CSK. And in the middle order, where they're facing a lot of trouble after Raina went missing and the team's balance went all over the place, unpopular opinion, but maybe they can give Saurabh Tiwari a shot. Like I said, I always kind of trust people who are sitting on the bench for Mumbai, and he did get 1 or 2 games in the beginning जिसमें उसने इतना बुरा नहीं करा. He actually exceeded my expectations. So getting Saurabh Tiwari in the middle order for Chennai is not a very bad option actually. They can give it a shot and see how it goes. And even for the spinners, they've been dabbling with Piyush Chawla. He unfortunately did not deliver the way they expected. Now they've gotten Karan Sharma in. I don't expect a lot from Karan Sharma, and that's why somebody like Markande could be a great option if they can get Markande from Rajasthan, because I don't see him getting any more games. Chennai, could add a lot more depth to their spin bowling. Even DC, I feel Delhi Capitals, since Amit Mishra is ruled out, getting back Markande, मेरे को तो पहले दिन से ही वो move अच्छा नहीं लगा. I don't know why DC let go of Markande for Rahane, because we already had so many openers. But now since Amit Mishra is not there, it's not a bad idea to try and rope Markande back in. Could be a very interesting option. Even somebody like Ishan Purell from Punjab, because Ishan is a fantastic bowler, मैंने पहले ही बोला हुआ है, but he's not getting games for Punjab, and DC का gamble with Harshal Patel पता नहीं कब तक चलेगा. I don't know. And Ishan Sharma is also injured. So getting Ishan Purell as your third seamer is not really a bad option in my opinion. So let's see if Ishan gets a game and somebody ropes him in. And some other players that I would mention that should get a go is Rutherford. Rutherford is also sitting on Mumbai's bench. He's a firebrand. If he gets going, he can really take the game away in the lower order. Consistency के थोड़े से issues हैं, but he needs to get a game somewhere and maybe a team like Punjab can maybe try him. Fabian Allen की मैं पहली बात कर चुका हूँ. Mohammad Nabi is sitting out. Somebody can give him a shot. Adam Zampa is sitting out, Andrew Ty is sitting out. So these are some very interesting players. That even O'Shane Thomas is there. So I hope they can find a spot in one of these teams, like I mentioned. And Indian players की जहाँ तक बात है, क्योंकि ये तो सारे हो गए foreign players, and foreign players can come in only to teams that have that spot available. Because if you see somebody like SRH, they can't get any more foreign players. उनके slots are pretty much gone. Delhi Capitals मुश्किल है, CSK मुश्किल है. It's very difficult to get a lot of foreign players in because the slots are all gone. So somebody like SRH, they need to get Indian players. And I think it might be an unpopular opinion. It's not a bad idea to get Umesh Yadav from RCB. Because SRH needs more experienced bowlers. Khalil is performing. I know Natarajan is performing. But maybe if they get Umesh Yadav just for the 4 overs up front, what they already do with Sandeep Sharma, Sandeep does that. So if they can try Umesh instead, so getting Umesh Yadav from RCB is not a bad idea. Even getting Ishan Purell is not a bad idea for SRH. I would say even Pawan Negi or even like a Markande. So SRH needs more Indian players, I feel. And these are some of them they can try because they don't have a place for any foreign players. So this was my very, very quick take on the mid-season transfer window, which is about to open up because 7 matches सबके complete होने वाले हैं. So once all the teams complete 7 matches, the transfers will begin. I am very excited to see how all the different coaches and the team managements, they approach this, and hopefully we see the tables turning upside down in the latter half of this really exciting tournament. Till then, stay tuned in for more videos from us where Yusuf and me try to crack this IPL for you. Cheers.